Most AI strategies I see are just autocomplete with a boardroom budget. Impressive slide deck, zero transformation. I've been in enterprise tech long enough to know when something genuinely new is happening. This is one of those moments. But here's what separates the companies that will win from the ones that will be acquired. A capability ladder, 5 rungs. Most organizations are still on the first one, calling it innovation. The gap between rung 1 and rung 5 isn't incremental, it's existential. 2 companies, same industry, same AI budget. Company A deploys chatbots for HR questions, answers about vacation days and parking spots. Technically AI, technically useful. Company B deploys agents that negotiate contracts, optimize supply chains in real time, and predict market shifts before competitors see them coming. In 5 years, one of these companies will acquire the other. You already know which one. This is the difference between digital lipstick and digital infrastructure. Most organizations stall out on the first 3 rungs of the ladder. They call it progress, they present it at conferences, but they're automating the easy stuff while their competitors are rebuilding the entire game. The first 3 rungs look like progress until you realize everyone's climbing the same ladder. Rung 1, the smart search engine. Your co-pilot summarizing that 47-slide deck nobody was going to read anyway. It's Google with a corporate login. Rung 2, the pattern detective. Beautiful dashboards explaining why sales dropped last quarter. Better reports, sure, still not running the business. Rung 3, the document factory. AI drafting contracts while you sleep. It saves time, absolutely. But efficiency gains here buy you 12 months before your competitors catch up. Useful? Yes. Defensible? Not even close. This is where most organizations plateau and call it transformation. Rung 4, operational intelligence. Speed, scale, and orchestration that actually thinks. This is where you stop printing reports and start running decisions. Where the AI doesn't summarize, it executes. Most organizations never make it here. Think procurement. An AI doesn't just rank suppliers, it models negotiation outcomes, flags ESG, risks your legal team missed, and restructures payment terms to hedge currency exposure. Decisions that used to burn 3 hours of executive time now happen in 40 seconds. This is where AI stops being a consultant and starts being the CFO's right hand. Here's the threshold that matters. This is where AI stops being a tool you pick up and becomes a system making decisions without you. Once you cross this line, your competitors without it don't just look slower, they look like they're moving underwater. Rung 5 is the orchestra conductor. A customer calls with something messy. Instead of 5 departments playing phone tag, an AI like UiPath's Maestro builds the team, pulls the data and coordinates humans and agents in real time, not faster customer service. Enterprise choreography, the kind where solutions happen at the speed of decisions, not the speed of org charts. This is what it looks like when the system runs itself. Rung 6, the mission commander. Multiple agents with a shared brain, coordinating in real time. Salesforce deployed this during natural disasters. The system routes emergency responders, tracks resource allocation, and rewrites strategy as conditions shift on the ground. No human in the loop, no approval chain, just autonomous decision-making under pressure. This is the part where your board asks if you're sure this is real, and you realize they're still debating whether to pilot a chatbot. This is where most boards start looking uncomfortable, because autonomous systems don't wait for quarterly approvals. They make calls faster than org charts can keep up, and frankly, they're better at it. Rung 7, the fortune teller. A system like SaaS doesn't just predict demand. It runs thousands of what-if scenarios simultaneously, models supply chain disruptions before they surface, and adjusts pricing strategies across global markets in real time. You're not reacting to the market anymore. You're operating 3 moves ahead of it. This is precognitive business intelligence. Most executives are still waiting for the quarterly report to load. Rung 8, the digital immune system. Your cloud infrastructure optimizing itself continuously. Costs dropping without a memo. Performance improving overnight. Something breaks at 3 a.m. and the system patches itself before your ops team wakes up. I've sat in budget reviews where finance leaders see this for the first time. They stop talking. They just stare at dashboards that finally make sense. Because the platform is running the business better than the humans ever did, and it never asks for a raise. Rung 9, the digital governor. AI conducting the symphony of an entire organization. Not a department, not a function, the whole system. Palantir Foundry orchestrating a city's infrastructure in real time. Traffic lights, emergency dispatch, utility grids, public safety. All interconnected, all optimized, all autonomous. It's breathtaking, also slightly terrifying. Most boards are still approving pilot budgets for chatbots. Meanwhile, some systems are already running cities. Rung 10 is next. The self-evolving empire. Governance by algorithm. That's where this ends. Rung 10, the self-evolving empire. AI doesn't just follow your policies anymore, it writes them, tests them, improves them autonomously. It runs experiments on governance itself. At this level, the system isn't executing your business model, it's evolving it faster than your leadership team can schedule the brainstorm. Most organizations are still figuring out whether to approve the chatbot pilot. So let's ground this with a practical question. How do you spot the vendors still selling smoke? 3 red flags. Demo won't let you touch the keyboard. Case studies name companies, not outcomes. And the pricing model requires a strategy consultant to explain. Here are the specific red flags at each stage. Vendor pitches level 2 AI power tools but delivers a dashboard? That's just reporting with a rebrand. They claim level 4 decision support but can't explain the math behind the recommendation? Huge risk. You're betting the business on a black box. Level 6. Watch for basic, rigid workflows wearing a multi-agent costume. If it can't adapt, it's not intelligent. At level 8, true autonomy requires an active learning loop. If it doesn't learn from outcomes, it's not autonomous. It's just batch processing with better marketing. And level 10, if it requires constant human programming, it's definitely not self-evolving. Keep these in your back pocket to keep the vendors honest. Here's the reality. Most companies are reporting zero bottom-line impact from massive AI budgets. Why? Because they're stuck celebrating levels 1 through 3 like they invented fire. The transformational value, the kind that actually changes outcomes, doesn't exist at the bottom. It starts at level 4, and it absolutely detonates at levels 7 through 9. That's where the gap becomes unbridgeable. So here's the uncomfortable question you need to ask yourself. Where are you on this ladder today? Be brutally honest. Are you building a digital empire? Or just applying digital lipstick to the org chart you inherited? Now look at your competition. Where do they think they are versus where they actually operate? You need this clarity because the gap between levels is widening every quarter. If they hit level 8 before you reach level 4, that distance becomes permanent. So ask yourself this: what level would completely redefine your industry? Make it unrecognizable overnight? Now imagine a competitor deploying that level tomorrow morning. Because someone will. The organizations that answer those questions honestly and move will write the next chapter. The rest become case studies with titles like How a Fortune 500 Missed the Shift. I've watched this pattern long enough to know the gap doesn't close, it compounds. So tell me, what level is your team actually at and how fast are you climbing? Follow for more.